Boom! Hey everybody, Happy New Year, aka what we're going with 2023. Now, aka I'm first one of the year. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but welcome everybody. I'm JD, aka Ragin Cajun Comics. That's what I wanted to say. Welcome to Comic and Collectible Treasures. It's been a while, so I'm happy to be back. You guys didn't get rid of me. I was lurking around saying hi to all my friends. You guys are family, so uh, I'm super happy to have my brother right here uh, for the first episode of 2023. So no more BS. To just get this brother on. You know him as the Comic Raider. If you don't know who he is, I don't know where the heck you've been, but let's just bring this brother out. Boom! What's up?
What is going on, everyone? Happy to be here. Thank you.
How's you're a little under the weather, so I appreciate you taking the time to jam with us, brother.
Yeah, hopefully nobody gets COVID through the mic here, but yeah, we should be good.
But before we start, let's see who's here showing some love to both of us. I love the community who we hang with, and anybody who's new, please sub him up, sub up his brothers, which is my brothers. I'll have the descriptions on the bottom. I always do it after because I'm not tech savvy like everybody else. I always do it at the end. So when it stream ends, I know how to add it. The beginning part, yeah, don't know how to do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see who's here. Number one, TM. What's up, Travis?
Yep.
My fanboy brother right there. We're trying to get our Kevin Smith show going again. So hopefully we'll get that going again. Big Phil. What's up, brother?
Snacks. I want snacks.
Always I say he's the best voice in everywhere that I like. Everybody I know, he's up there with like the best voices. Just the way he talks, it makes me want to like do radio talk. This guy's it. Yeah. Oh, thanks, brother. Yep. Oh, that lovely Sheena.
What's up?
Always showing love to the low grades. Always shows love to me. I was following her all day this morning. I woke up early.
Nice. Hello.
Oh, big Daddy John Ross. What's up, my Lego brother? Thanks for stopping by. And then it looks like everybody's saying hi to everybody. Oh, Doreen. No, that's my comic hunting buddy right there.
Yep. Yeah.
Love hanging out with her. We need to do something a little Disney. So we got to get a weekend going when you're free, Doreen, and we got to do that. It looks like everybody's saying hi right now. Oh, Candace. Hey,
Hello.
What's up? She had a show this morning, so I'm thinking they're going to be doing it every week. So please follow her and her Haley also. So they're doing their little hauls, which I think they're going to be talking about their stuff. I enjoyed it. Candace, keep it going. Love what you picked up. So check them out. And that looks like it's everybody right now. Sweet. Yeah, that's it. Hi. All right, so just in case it's your first time, this is where I like talking to my friends from the community, and we get to know them better. They show you what they collect. It can be comics, it can be vinyl, it can be cards, it can be anything. So if this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. Right here we have my brother, which I was happy to bump into the low grades, and I'm getting to know him better and better. So if it's the first time people getting to know this brother, James, let them know where you're from and where they can find you.
Yeah, so I'm James, aka the Comic Raider, aka the Glizzy Goblin. Met pretty much everybody through the low grades here. I've been on Instagram for a long time. Been a part of the Comic Book Fiend Club, but the low grades was my first time really putting myself out there on YouTube. Did a little bit on the Comic Book Fiend Club channel, but yeah, so the low grades was my first weekly interaction, and then I've been able to meet a lot more people this way. So I really do appreciate it. And then, yeah, so this is my first non low grade appearance, really. So this is fun. I appreciate it, popping my cherry here. And so, yeah, no, it's cool. I'm from Northern California. I'm about 6 hours away. About 6-7 hours away from UJD, and like an hour and a half from the Bay Area for those who are kind of familiar with that territory. But Yeah, that's who I am and where I'm from.
Cool. So sub him up. I'll have his info again. His Instagram. He drops fire. He is a serious collector. I love his collection. He dabbles in DC, which I know Doreen loves, but he has a vast collection. It's not just comics. He does a lot of things. So we'll just start off and see what he can show us right now.
Yeah. I tried to kind of piece it together, like almost to tell a story of like my whole collecting journey. Um, I started, my dad, I get collecting from, it's almost like a gene that passes through the family. I know my grandpa, we call him Papa on my mom's side. He was a sports fanatic, so he collected sports memorabilia. And then my dad, on my dad's side, I know he collected and still does like Pepsi memorabilia. And
Oh,
then,
nice.
so that passed down to my dad, and that's where I get all the comic book stuff from. He's a big Superman fan, so and I'm 30, so I was born in '92, so I'm in the era of a lot of what you're gonna see, and a lot of my favorite stuff comes from my childhood. So for
Nice.
me, that means Todd McFarlane, Spawn, Spider-Man, '90s, symbiotes, all that kind of stuff. For me, X-Men means '90s cartoon. Like that's my era, so that's where I come from. Um, and then Batman and DC is actually my number one. I've tried to make my Instagram show that, but I think that's why I kind of changed the wall to show all Batman, because I was like, I think people don't understand that Batman's my number one, believe it or not. And so yeah, so I started. I had comics as a kid. Some of them I'll go through here. And then what happened was I kind of got out of it, and then I didn't keep any of them. So I will tell you the only thing that this is the only piece that I have from my childhood still is this little
Oh, that's cool.
Batman statue here. Um, my dad gave this to me. I was a little kid, so this is the only thing I have left. I don't have any of my comics. I don't have none of that, unfortunately. So
That's badass.
fast forward to turning into an adult, getting a job, and working and having my own money to start buying again. And I actually started off as a trade collector reader. So I went on to Amazon and kind of looked up like, okay, what are the must have Batman trades that I have to get, and so I started buying those, reading those. Under the Red Hood,
Great book.
Hush, Dark Knight Returns,
Nightboy.
all that kind of stuff. And I pulled one trade because for me, this is the trade that got me to realize that modern comics were still good. I thought everything that was good was from older.
Yeah.
But this one right here, you guys are all familiar with this. But I've always said, and I say this coming from my generation, but I would put this up as arguably one of the most important runs in comics, because I can think of at least 10 people off the top of my head who can say this run got them back into comics, got them collecting, got them back into reading modern comics, whatever it is. So many people start with this or come back from this, and I'm one of those that understood that modern comics could actually still pull it off.
Speaking of one of your brothers.
Yes, sir. What is going on, Robert?
Rob, what's up?
But yeah, so that's a classic run right there.
Hell yeah. I love that one. Actually, I got back into reading and I picked that up. And I actually was able to meet both of those guys, and I have mine signed. I got it CGC. That's when I got into the CGC stuff and I went crazy, and I stopped because I was like, all right, some people grade, some people don't. So I do have a few grades, which is I don't hate on it, but I'm thinking I'm gonna stay away from that track now and just keep them raw. But dude, great story, dude. I love that book. That's a great one to start with, to come back and do that.
Yeah, no, yeah. So this is definitely an important one for me. And then I actually started collecting moderns, or I started getting a pull list at issue, I want to say it's 34. I had read an article that the 0 year was wrapping up. That's one of the runs in that run, the arcs, I should say. So 0 year was wrapping up, and I think it was like issue 34 was going to start a new one. And so I was like, okay, well, let me get on that. So that was actually when I started going to a comic shop and buying a new, off the rack kind of thing. So then, as far as Raws go, I kind of went through my page here, and I do believe this is probably the first quote-unquote key issue. What up, Inja? It's probably like the first key issue that I ever picked up. Being a Todd McFarlane fan and a Wolverine fan, this was definitely a classic to get.
Yep.
Which will lead me to, let's see. So then I pulled this one. I've showed this before. A lot of these are just going to be my favorites. Again, from childhood, this is like some of the earliest comics I remember reading as a kid and having as a kid. So
iconic cover.
Classic Spider-Man 1.
Yep.
And my goal was to get it in that 9.8. Another one from childhood would be
Carnage.
The 9.8 Carnage.
Nice.
I've had a lot of these, and a lot of them have come back not 9.8. So I was very happy to finally make that happen there. And then I'm going to keep showing off some Marvel stuff here.
Yeah, dude.
This is probably, I posted this recently, but this is probably like my best timing book. I had a friend who had just caught up on the MCU, and so she called me and was telling me, that she had caught up and everything, and this is after like Endgame, and I was explaining to her that, this is where they're most likely headed, right? We can all guess that this is kind of where they're going. And as I'm saying it, I'm thinking like, and my dumbass doesn't have a copy of that, and I should probably get working on that. So I was able to trade in my PS3 for that one. So that goes to show, I mean, I came in at a good time when it was still cheap, because it is not now. But yeah, that's a good one.
I'm shocked you traded your PS3 for that.
I wasn't playing it. I was like, let me just sell this thing and use that money to pick that up.
So here's a question, because I usually don't have questions other than maybe, as we go.
Oh, please do.
Comics or games?
Oh man. I started playing video games. I am a big video game collector. That would be an episode for another day to go over my game collection. I've recently gone through of just putting all my game, like just kind of recollecting all these different games. So from games, again, from my childhood, for me, yeah.
See, look at this, Candace. That's surprising. That's why when he just said the story, I didn't know this story, that he traded his PS3 for a comic. That's what I kind of want to know. It's one of those things. Like, if you asked me, would you trade your Optimus Prime to get a comic? No, I would not.
No. Yeah,
because I love my Optimus Prime, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's just one of those things,
Yeah. Well, I figured. Actually, you know what? Honestly, I'm wrong on that. It's PS4, not PS3. I'm sorry, PS4.
Oh, okay.
But still, a newer console. But yeah, so I've actually gone through and started picking up, like, in the last couple of years, recollecting all the Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and a bunch of games. I did pull some of those, actually, so we could just segue into that real quick.
Read that comment.
So I know. Hey, listen, I had to parent for once. So I, as a kid, Sega Genesis was our first console that we had. So playing, Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. But this kind of ties in both games plus comics. So one like this, played the hell out of this right here.
I hated that movie, but how's the game?
It was cool. It was hard. I mean, as a kid, it's hard as hell. I don't know. As an adult, I could probably get through. But this is definitely this is another classic everyone's familiar with.
Oh, I love that game. That was one of my favorite games.
Yeah, this is a good one. I don't know if I have the poster. Yeah, I do. I do have the poster. This one's complete. So poster, manual, game.
That was a sick game. I enjoyed playing. I had a Genesis.
Hella hard though. This one's hard.
Yeah, how hard? Hell yeah.
And then this one again, me and my dad used to play this one all the time because I already told you kind of his background of being a Superman fan. But this one right here is awesome for sure. And then kind of, fast forward. Then I got a PlayStation 1. And then favorite game of all time is going to have to be this one. I played this more than anything. I'm from the Grand Theft Auto era, I would say, as a kid. And then being from the West Coast, this is what we knew. From the music, the cars, the clothes, everything. I'll
give you the soundtracks were amazing. I would listen to them all the time. Yeah, it was badass.
For sure. But yeah, so I mean, now I've got Switches. I've got all the handhelds. Every handheld. I don't know about every, but I have a lot of handhelds. I told you about this. I think a couple weeks ago we were talking about gaming, and I told the story to you of my my papa passing away.
Yeah,
and I remembered as a kid him having a Nintendo 64, right?
Yes.
So when he passed, I asked for it, and so I'll plug it. So I brought that out. So this was
Zelda. That's badass.
This was his Nintendo 64, mine now, but yeah.
That game was amazing.
Yeah, Majora's Mask with the little
I love
hollow.
that game.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, so games are life for me just as much.
So a quick plug before we continue. So if anybody has a Switch and wants to play with us, we're getting the ball rolling. So a couple of us play Mario Kart, but we're going to try to get different games that have multiple players so we can play. So I think we're up to what, like 10 people?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody's a Switch player and wants to hang out and just BS and play games, we're not hardcore competitive, and we do talk smack, but it's all good and fun. You can look for us, and then we'll send you the code, and we'll play.
Yeah, I'm pretty much I race for last. That's my thing. I'm catching up on the chat here. Candace said the PS2 and the Kingdom Hearts games. I have them. I've never played them, so that is on my to-do list is to get into them because I know that they're huge, especially my generation. Those games are very important.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Candace, I'll DM you the code and you can join us. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So what's going on? So now we're gonna get into some X-Men here.
All right.
And again, 90s themed. So I submitted this one.
Oh yeah.
I had it for a while. Submitted it and got the 9.8. One of my favorite villains from the series. Again, just more so being, cartoon and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so Mr. Sinister there. I pulled this one just for you.
Oh yeah, baby.
Got this from a collection actually, and then sent that in and got the 9.6.
Oh, and I love it that your uncanny is not that cut. Like a lot of them are cut.
Oh, up here?
Yeah. If you find one with the whole uncanny, that's rare.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know
that. G-Man has a question. What is your rarest game in your collection?
Oh, I don't know that I have rare.
Well, what's most valuable to you? Do you have anything like that? I'll go like top 5 just off. It doesn't really mean your top 5, but the ones you really like cherish at the moment.
The Grand Theft Auto series, All the Game Boy Pokemons. That's what I'm looking at right now. The Game Boy Pokemons. That the Death of Superman one that I showed earlier. And then I know, yeah, I mean, some of my other favorites would probably be like, I had to get ESPN 2K5 football. That's huge for me. And yeah, I have a bunch. But I'd say, yeah, I mean, stuff like that. I got Jet Moto. I'm looking at that right now. Jet Moto from PlayStation 1. That's a childhood classic for me right there. But yeah, so I mean, most expensive is probably going to be the Pokemon series stuff. And then the rest are just personal favorites.
Nice.
Yeah. So then we get into probably my favorite X-Men villain personally is going to be Omega Red. Yeah. And then I also got the next issue with the arguably better cover.
I was about to say that. I wish that was his first appearance cover. That's amazing.
Yeah, so definitely had to get those matching.
Nice.
I actually just unlocked him in my I play the Marvel Contest of Champion on the phone, and I just picked up him, so I was super happy with that. What's up, K-pop? Another Marvel one. This is just I mean, this one is just a big one. So
oh yeah, I just got my hands on one.
No intro necessary, really. Yeah. But yeah, happy to get that one.
I turned into you. I traded some action figures for that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice. What action figures do you remember?
Some couple of Comic Cons, like Cobra Commander, Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, a Batman Comic Con exclusive, and it turned out to be the hard one to get. I never opened them. Sorry, Inja. And I just went with that. A bunch of Star Wars from your era, Power of the Force and all that. Boba Fett, baby kid ones. So I traded all those for that.
Nice.
So I had a big collection. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take it," because he wanted the Comic Con stuff because he knows he could sell it. So it got me that.
Well, another segue. I'll get these out the way. I'm also an action figure collector, so I just pulled like some ones for me. The OG Spawn stuff, hamburger face, Batman, Batarang to the head split.
Yeah.
And then these two I had as a kid, so it was very important for me to get these back. But the Spawn movie is near and dear to my heart, so
sick.
Have to get those. Yeah, a lot of my action figures are either in storage or hanging on the wall or in cases, so I couldn't really get to them, but those were the easier ones to get.
Maybe, Inja.
So continuing on with the Marvel theme, I will show that one.
Ooh, big boy right there.
Which also needs no introduction. I do have 180 as well. This I bought from someone. I will say 180. I got a ex-coworker of mine. She knew that I was into comics. I would say if I ever had to offer advice for somebody, it would be let everybody that you know should be aware that you collect comics, video game, whatever it is that you collect. Everybody should be aware. Because all the collections that I've ever been able to purchase, big or small, have all come from word of mouth through friends of the family, stuff like that. So the 180 was a coworker knew that I was a collector, so they brought in a box of old comics, and it was a bunch of Hulk stuff, older Hulk stuff, and I was like, don't tell me a 181 is going to be in here. It wasn't, but it's a nice looking 180 that I got in that box. So yeah, and then this one I picked up later. But yeah, so just let everybody know that you collect, because you never know. Then someone tells someone, and they're oh, I know someone that, you know, is into it, and then that's how you pick shit up.
Yeah. And I'm getting my wife's cousin, his wife, this is, you know, cousins, whatever's brothers. So works for IDW.
Oh,
So I might get some original art from them. So
nice.
it happens because they came over for the holidays and they saw my room and they're all,
Mm,
dude, we didn't know you collect like this. And they saw my original art, and that's how word of mouth happened. And he
nice.
said he'll send some stuff down my way. So I'm like super stoked.
Mm-hmm.
So see if that happens.
Yeah, I tend to show everybody my room that comes over because it's like you could say you're collecting, but it's different when they see like,
Yeah.
oh, he's about that life, you
Yeah.
know? And then they're like, okay, now I'm gonna remember this for whenever that situation occurs. But speaking of collections, I had bought a collection from an Instagram friend of mine. And so I did a bunch of X-Men books. So I figured I would show my lowest X-Men. So this is my lowest
Oh,
numbered
nice.
X-Men. Number 6, I would say.
Yeah, I know that cover.
I also have in the case over here, I have Juggernaut, and then I have X-Men 94, which I would love to get graded. I do kind of want to grade that one just to know. For me, it's just knowing what they come out to be kind of thing. But I'm a fan of grading, as you'll see here, if you don't already.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
So again, we're gonna dip back to childhood. So just Spawn, big character for me. So this is an older Todd McFarlane signed one that I had.
Nice.
And then this one is one of the bigger Spawn books that I have. So this is Spawn number 1, quote unquote reprint, whatever you want to call it. Black and white. And funny enough about this, I know Robert's here, so he knows this, but this was like the first time I had ever spent a couple $100 on a book, was actually to get this. Collection's never been trashed. Stop it. No, I'm playing. I've honestly, I will tell you, I've been collecting since, like I said, since I started working and all that kind of stuff. So 2016. I mean, so I feel like it hasn't been that long, but I've been able to come a long way in that time. But yeah, so this was the first time I'd ever spent a few $100 on a book. And it was also my first eBay purchase. I had the money. I wanted to get one. And I actually was too afraid of being ripped off. I did. I showed them on the video that day, Doreen. Come on now. 2 copies. But thank you. No, I was actually terrified of being ripped off because I had never spent that much money on eBay before. So I ended up having another member of our comic book fiend club, Zombie Joe. He bought it for me, and then I paid him because I was just I was too afraid of just getting ripped off, and they were all teasing me and giving me a hard time. But that's how I ended up getting this one, was technically having someone else buy it for me.
That's a sick book, though.
No, it is. It is. Then I've got I have all my I've said it a few times, but yeah, I'm a West chapter president of the Comic Book Fiend Club. So all my variants that we've done are in storage, and I'm way too sick to go in there, and it was ridiculous. I was going to send you one if you didn't have it. I appreciate it, Doreen. Thank you.
Doreen, I might have to DM you because I didn't get one.
Oh, it's nice. It's a nice cover. So yeah, so anyways, I have the variants all in storage, but I did pull this one out because
nice.
This is our West Chapter Grail is what we called it, and we kind of started the whole Chapter Grail thing. This was one that Robert had found, and then we all kind of started picking up, and so it kind of became our thing. So
I kind of like, if I can pause you for a second, and if you show that, I like how Robert talks smack how much I like Disney, but this is your grail for the Fiend Club.
Right.
That's a shout out to you, Rob.
He's just a hater. But yeah, so this is a bit. I mean, for those I guess who don't know, it's basically an underground book that has been banned because, as I just showed off, you got
Yeah, dude.
slang and
I
dope.
want,
Not
I
to
want that
mention
book.
a whole bunch of perverted stuff on the inside. Actually, now that I think about it, this cup that I'm drinking out of is
Oh, sick! Nice.
yeah. So
That is cool.
but yeah, so I was actually, and then funny enough, I was the first one to get a graded copy. That was my little claim to fame in our chapter. Although now everybody has like way higher grades, and I'm like the lowest, but I was at least the first. Image, one of my favorite
Nice.
Image titles. One of my favorite stories of all time, pretty much. Unfortunately, in a 96, but it's okay. I'll take it. But yeah, if you haven't read it, do yourself the favor. This one was one of the books that I felt like set me in another tier. I have a few. I'll get into them, but this was one that I felt like put me in a different tier of collecting. This is another Fiend Club member needed to pay for his wedding, so I some will say stole it from another member. I say that I claimed it fair and square through the DMs. But yeah, so that's a big one.
I love that book. I'm happy because to throw my age, I don't mind doing it. I was born on that year.
Okay.
That's why
Nice.
every 74 book is the greatest characters created. Punisher, Wolverine, like for everybody's eyes. Even though Gambit's my favorite, 74 is what I collect.
Nice.
So I collect anything 74.
Nice. Yeah,
there
God
you
did.
go.
God did.
The controversy.
Fair and square. So again, now we're gonna get into some more symbiote stuff. This
Nice.
is I had a few of these, but these next three all came from a collection, and I sent them out for grading, and this is what I got back. So I'll show these three off real quickly because they all go together.
Yep.
Wish I had a matching 9.8 on the 298, but that's okay. I'll take it. And then the last one from the trio. Yeah. I had a 7.0, I think, or a 7.5 that I had for a long time. But then when I got that one, I was like, this is in way better shape. I should grade this. Another book that I felt like put me in a new tier is going to be my Daredevil 1. And since he's in here right now, I got to give a shout out to Robert. Robert actually was at a shop and saw that this was for sale, and he hit me up, and I ended up we did the deal. So I would not have this if it wasn't for him. So I appreciate you for that.
That's
another big one. Yeah, for me it was I'd been looking for a while, and obviously I knew I was going to be in the low grade territory, but you know, like you have ones that are missing like the whole top here or whatever. Like I didn't care how this looked. I didn't care how the back looked. I just wanted a complete cover.
So it could present nicely.
Exactly. Yeah. I just wanted it to present well, and I was good. And this one definitely checked that box. So happy with that. Now I think
Rob, our favorite low graders. Wow, Sheena. You might lose your wrench.
This one is actually going to be my first slab, so I wanted to pull this one. This was the first slab I ever bought. Yeah, Bane Nightfall 9.8. I just thought it was cool, and then did not think that this would turn into like 100 slabs later, but yeah, nice to have that first one. So these are all going to be DC, and then I'm pretty much done. But Kyle Rayner's my favorite.
My favorite Green Lantern.
Yep. So I had this for a long time. So happy to send that in and get a 9.8. Same goes for this. We got Red Hood.
Love that book.
Also in a 9.8. Yeah. Very, very happy
Good
to
ones,
get
Kyle.
that.
Those are good ones.
Um,
Gardner, he's whack.
I know. I tell him that all the time, but he just doesn't
He's
get
just
it.
doing that to push our button. Kyle's way better. I love
It's
Kyle's
such a
game.
Guy Garner thing of him to do.
Yes. I agree. Oh, on his phone, I'm gonna put nickname Guy Gardner.
There you go. There you go. So a couple of Batman rogues here. I made a point to get as many as I could. Doing the whole Silver Age thing. I'm pretty much, as far as the main characters go, the main rogues, I'm done. I do need to pick up like the minor B and C tier type stuff, but this one, not this exact copy, but this was actually the first one that I got that kind of started the whole thing of making sure that I was gonna start going for these. Never too late. You can still pull bitches though. Damn.
Dang.
I like that.
Yeah. True that.
I like that. Yeah. And then this one was the last one of the mains. This was kind of tough to get for like the right price and the right grade, and I ended up settling on this one, but definitely very happy with it. But yeah, this was like the last of the main ones that I needed to get, and then now I just need to send in the rest for grading because I want all of mine graded.
Nice. I know you're making Doreen happy right now.
Yeah. This is, I'm not good at ranking stuff, but I'm going to say top 5 just to play it safe. But top 5 covers, top 5 books for me. Another one that I felt at the time put me in a different tier. But I do need to upgrade this. But I mean, this is like classic. Just freaking perfect. Perfect book. I've actually upgraded it once already. I think I first got like a 3.0. And then I got the 5.5, and I definitely need to. I'm due for an upgrade again. I would like to settle on the kind of in that 8.0 range, where like it looks really really nice. Yeah. Probably not going to hit that 9.0 because that's when it gets really really expensive. But I think an 8.0, with the solid deep blue background, I would be cool with that one.
Did you get
I'm going to say no. I stopped collecting pops a while ago, and now I just kind of pick up if I like absolutely have to get it. I'll pick one up here and there. I've got about, I think it's like 80. I've got about 80 pops, and I kind of stopped a few years ago.
Yeah, if you want to get to the 9.0s, you need 4 jobs.
Yeah,
or hit the lottery.
For reals. But yeah, and then so my last one, this is going to be my favorite book, my biggest book, one that I never thought I would have. And although I will say, originally the 251 I never thought I'd have. I never thought I'd have the Daredevil or the Hulk 181. So I say all that not to brag, but just to be like, if you say you're never going to have it, the only thing you know is that you never know what's going to happen. And so you need to, make these goals and then go get them. So this would be where I'll end it.
Wow.
Batman 121 in a 5.0 with off-white pages. A big boy for sure. And definitely my prized possession. So yeah. I will say thank you stimulus checks from a couple years ago. I will keep it 100 there. Thank you, stimulus checks. I call this the Stimmy book, but yeah. So that would be my main one, my main squeeze right there.
Dang, that one's sick.
It is. Yeah, that's the bury me with book. That's that one.
Forget my family.
Right.
I think my Optimus Prime is what I'm gonna get buried with. Just bury me with a toy. The books you can have.
But yeah, no, I think that was it. I mean, I've got a ton of stuff. I tried to narrow it down, and like I said, just kind of show the progressions there. I've gone through a lot of phases, which is why I try not to knock you know, a lot of us get mad at the people nowadays that are on Whatnot and that are, you know, buying up the Whatnot and buying up the variants and stuff. And I can't knock it too much because I was that guy when I first started. Um, no, Poison Ivy, she's staying up there. But you know, I was buying the variants and I was a variant collector, and I was pulling like a bunch of minor keys and all that kind of stuff, and stuff that I didn't even honestly want. I was just buying it because it was a minor key and other people were buying it, you know?
Yeah.
And so over time, that kind of changed to like, okay, I need to buy what I want. You know, everyone says the whole collect what you love thing, but for me, it was like, okay, I need to do that. And so I've narrowed it down, and then I narrowed it down even more to like only collecting Batman and Daredevil and Spawn, and making like a top 5 of this is what I'm collecting from now on. And that's been huge for me too. And so yeah, so I mean, you know, it all changes and evolves. I think we all change and evolve. I just told you all I started as a trade collector reader, and you know that evolved into this. So it's been fun. It's been a fun journey for sure, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come on and kind of go over all that.
No, my pleasure. And now, well, I knew what you started collecting, and more or less we hang out more, we get to know each other
Mhm.
more. But just to let the other people who just watch certain things but don't open their horizons and see other people, because
Mhm.
for your show it's real, it's
Mhm.
not scripted. Not a lot of people, not a lot. I'm not saying everybody's scripted, but they have a certain way of going,
Mhm.
and you're just free, and you guys just BS, and it's fun, and I love it. So, but we've known known each other for months now, which I
Yeah.
consider you my friend, my
Yep.
brother,
Same.
because dude, because of COVID, this helped me find other people who are like me,
Mhm.
which is even better, man. I know one day we're gonna meet each other because we
Oh
live in
yeah.
the same state, so
Yep.
which is exciting. And Rob knows, when we met each other, it clicked, and that's a boy right there, and you're part of that too. So I
Mhm.
love, but anybody who just heard that from him was perfect. If there's a great character that you love, just save a couple of bucks here and there every month, and you'll be able to buy it.
Yeah.
And what he said was perfect. Stick to certain characters and run with that story. Like, I cut down my pull list to like 4 books, and that helps a lot. So I'm trying to
Mhm.
buy one that I don't know if I'll find. Is probably going to be a 0.5, which would be the first appearance of Robin, Dick
Ooh.
Grayson,
Wow. Yeah.
which is super hard to find and super expensive. But it can happen. You see what he has there,
Yeah.
and uh, I couldn't let the show go without bringing another brother just to say hi and just BS.
Oh shit.
Oh,
What? No
So,
way.
what's up?
Dylan, what's up?
I was in the neighborhood. I heard there was a barbecue. Thought I might drop by, ask for some brisket, maybe some ribs, glizzies.
Glizzy's
You
is
know,
number
yep.
one here with bacon wrap,
That's
California
always on
style.
the menu.
Hey, well, I missed everything. I've been cleaning shoes. So, James, show me what you got.
Oh, let's do it all over
Let's
again.
start all over again.
Yeah.
And as my joke for past Friday, I watched the whole replay, and you guys, my 2 cents, don't let that segment go. I thought it was perfect.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, you got to watch Fridays, and you'll see what's up with these brothers.
Mhm.
Well, what happens on Fridays?
Low grades for life. That's what happens.
Best show on Friday
Oh.
nights.
Wait, that's
Yep.
a J, mate. Wait, that's a J.
What's that? John joined us. We won't regret it. There you go. Yeah, dude. It's just laid back,
Thank you, bro.
relaxing, dude. And then I have to thank Steve, Hip Hops, and me for introducing me to you, brothers. So I try to catch every Friday, and I'll come in at about the 8-ish time slot because I always hang out with my mother-in-law. But it's one of the great things in my week is hanging out with these guys. It's
Thank you.
if you feel down, you want to get up and have some laughter. this is the place you go. So I'll have the description. What's that?
What's up, man? Hey, I think I know that guy.
Right.
He has a beard.
So what are you doing? Cleaning your kicks?
Yeah, no. So I have found a pair of Dior's. James knows about those, so I finally put some time into them. Cleaning shoes, it's like you either clean your shoes or you can clean your shoes the way I do. So I like to double wash, pull the lace, wash the lace in there, toothbrush, the whole shebang. Um, um, I actually just posted on Instagram. I'm giving away a pair of Air Force Ones, size 8.5, slightly used, freshly done, touched up, sanitized, deodorized, everything by me. You know, they're fire, but I'm not just giving them away. Like, times get tough. I want to know who needs a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? Not just, hey, come get you a pair of size 8.5 fresh forces. No, I want to know who deserves them, who needs them, who busts their ass every day. You know, I work hard every day. I fucking pay my child support. I do what I gotta do. I still try to budget out for Jordans. My man James works hard. He does his thing. Everybody works
I
hard.
don't know
For
about the work
shit.
hard part right now, but yeah.
You know, but yeah, man, I just thought it would be nice. Times get tough and shoes can be expensive. We all know that. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you know someone in a size 8.5 that deserves a pair of good shoes, I'm talking good shoes, let me know. But other than that, yeah, hey, James Ragin.
Nice
So great
to see you
live
again.
Fridays. It's the best show coming at you. I'm not angry today. I woke up in good moods. Highs and lows of the weeks. Highs and lows of Sunday. James and Ragin. That's the high. This show right here. No lows. No lows today. I'm not going for any lows today. Sorry.
There we go.
There you go.
No, but
Went.
Sheena, is my thing really 8194? Because I need to change that. That's why. I don't even know where the 8194 comes from.
I think it's the number where it gets, so it's skewed to your page. It's a computer thing.
And I should be the one and only comic reader.
That.
I know.
You're like the 8,194th comic grader now.
Damn, that's messed up. I'm the best one though. We know that.
Yeah, the only one
who wishes they could budget? Yeah, I wish I could.
Man,
I don't even know what that word means. That and savings. I don't know what either of those words means. No, I believe you.
What else y'all got going on? What are you having for lunch today, Ragin?
My wife is actually out and about, so whatever she brings, she's gonna bring something.
Are you gonna demand her to bring something? Are you gonna ask her to bring something?
No, I asked her. I never demand.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because Robert, like, he sends texts to his wife. He's like, "Hey, tacos." And then James is like, "Hey,
thank you,
bro,
comic book G man."
You know, I just didn't know if you took pages from Robert's book because he don't play that.
No, I haven't had I've never had knock on wood. I've never had a fight with my wife because she's my best friend.
That's the best feeling in the world. I don't have a wife. But my best friends are guys, so they can be my wife's.
Oh, I have best friends also as guys, but she's like, she knows this and accepts me for who I am, and I take her for her Legos, her her little fuzzy things, anything that she likes. I'm a fan of, like characters that have fur. He calls them fuzzy guys. Not this big fuzzy guy right here.
I was like fuzzy things.
I left it open for right there. Snub up these brothers right here. If you catch the replay.
I haven't posted in a minute, but yeah.
I'm trying to catch up.
No, yeah, no, that's cool that you say that because I've had, obviously during marriage you're gonna have little arguments here and there, but yeah, my wife and I have never had a major fight. We've never like broken up or got separated for a minute or nothing like that. So I like that.
Yeah, totally. But like the thing that caught us, or I think caught her, and she started going out with me, is how much I like to travel just to eat food, and the rest was cool.
Oh man, you're a foodie.
Oh yeah, I love food.
Thank
Damn
you.
right, bro. Food is the best. Food is the way to the heart.
It is absolutely.
And you need glizzies. Those are
Yeah.
a necessity.
Yeah. Find out a lot about people by how they eat a glizzy.
Yeah, man, I tell you that.
Are you gonna try that Costco hot dog and
I've done it. I was saying, I mean, it's cool. It's unnecessary, but it's cool. The Costco glizzy is just so good. That's all it needs is just to be itself. You know, that's my thing. By itself.
When you come down, I gotta take you to Cronies. It's in City of Commerce. They have a chili dog, a hamburger, and fries for like $8, but it's not a big
That's
glizz.
better than Wiener Schnitzel.
Way better. So like I have a couple of little spots that I go to just to get my fix in, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I told Steve he's down too because I was like, man, if y'all got spots like that out there, it's on. It's on.
Then we got to get to J2's neck of the world over there and try some stuff over there.
Texas
some barbecue.
Texas.
Texas barbecue. Some tacos. What else could I take you guys to?
Don't let him talk you into that big red drink though. That shit trash.
Bro, get the fuck. You don't even know, bro. You don't even fucking know. Miss me with that shit, dude. You're so down bad on Big Red. You're fucking yourself. Sorry. I'm talking. My bad. But you're sleeping on yourself, okay? And it's all right, because that just means more Big Red for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Robert doesn't like us, Inja. He tolerates us on Friday nights, and that's about it.
Who's Robert?
Right? That's how I feel. If it's not a Friday, it's who's Robert, because he don't even know we exist most of the time.
But I'll give Robert. He's hunting usually on the weekends. He's out there looking for comics.
Oh,
because he hits swap meets and everything.
The nudie mags.
Yeah. He got a Cochino one off his comics the other day. I think it was yesterday.
Hey, you know it.
Nice. Of course he did.
J2 hosts the best movie.
Oh, shit.
I've been having movie nights and yeah, I have. Okay.
Without us.
I invited y'all to the fight last night and y'all didn't show up.
I know. And then he took him down in the 8th, man. Damn.
Yeah.
And they almost had a fight in the stands.
But you gotta play Mario Kart. We were playing Mario Kart for a little bit. I had a jam because of my godson, but we gotta do a Mario Kart game.
Yeah, J2. You're the only one that hasn't hopped on yet. Oh no, he doesn't have the online. He doesn't have.
I don't even got the online Switch. I just got the motherfucking. What's the one I was telling you, James? That Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Live.
Bro, I got shit.
He's got a new Xbox. He probably needs to get online for that too.
Yeah, like I got all this cool shit here, but I'm just right now in my own head, and when I'm not in my own head, I'm in the shoes. So that's just it right now. I need to be playing. Yo, man, shout out to hey, who's Silver Knight Kyle? I like this man already. He's up to the low grades. If you can hang and bang with me, I mean,
Fridays.
You'll get along with James and Ross and Robert and them. I'm the one that little
Fridays, 7
you guys
p.m.
are all
Pacific
sweet.
Time.
Kyle is a cool mofo. He has. I call him. Ask him what he doesn't have because he has everything.
I'm about to ask him what he's doing in his display picture. If he's flying a helicopter or pararescuing someone, a panda out of a jungle. But his display picture, he looks like he's doing something like fucking adventurous.
Or he's just playing Xbox on the
bro, right? Like if he's just sitting in the chair playing Xbox, or like, oh, I'm a trucker. Like it's just my headset. Hey, but shout out to the truckers.
Bro,
you know? Shit.
Shotgun in a helo. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Kyle's cool cat, man. I love watching his stuff. I usually catch you, Kyle, lately is on the replays. The times differ. So I can't. I'm usually doing something or I'm working. Oh man, I gotta go back to work. Oh,
Me too.
I got sad. No, but we've been chilling for an hour, brother. See how time flies?
Yep.
Thank you everybody who was hanging with us. Thank you for anybody who subs up the low grades. Check out their Instagrams and their YouTube again. Check those brothers out every Friday. If you want just to decompress and just have a fun time, check these brothers out. So, any guys want to plug in anything else, brothers?
Go ahead, J2.
Low grades for life, man. I say it's for life with me till the casket drops every Fridays. That's where I'm at. If I'm not there, I'm on the Instagram. If I don't get right back to you, it's on me. It's not you. But other than that, man, low grades with my bros, and that's it. Keep my circle tighter than the Cheerio. Let me not hold a circle up like that. But yeah, that's it.
Thanks, John. Yo, definitely want to just hang out and just talk, man. These are good cats. I love these guys. I hang out with them Friday. Not about drama and just not talking about your mama, you know.
we're a little buck wild at times, though.
Yes,
putting that out there.
But it's all good fun, though. With that, I'm back. I'm happy to be back with you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Next week, I have K-pop. Katie's gonna be hanging with me, and
what? You heard it here first. Nice.
So you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we'll catch you later, guys.
You all.
Much love.
Love you all.
Bye.